Hi everyone, this is Arcadius and welcome back to Naval. Now, I know today we are going to be going over the second set of torpedoes for Mutski. However, I completely forgot the fact that we still haven't done a video on Trafalgar yet, since we got her so long ago. We got her like right around the time when we were just starting the British carrier line, so that took us quite a while. But now that we are done with that, we're going to hop right back into the reviews and take a moment to pause the cleanup videos, I guess you could say. And we'll be going over Trafalgar today, which is, I do believe that the mission is still going on. Yep. So you can still earn her, as well as Maryland. So what does Trafalgar bring to the table, and why do you think you should get her? Honestly, I don't think you should. There's literally not much difference. It's literally just a tier matchmaking 9 Jutland tossed into a tier 8, and yeah, you have this gun, which is a secondary. So she's the only destroyer to have a secondary gun, but besides that, there's literally not much difference. There's already 2 other matchmaking tier 8 destroyers. We have Lightning, which has 2 more guns and the same amount of torpedoes and really good anti-aircraft defense. We also have Legion, which has 4 more guns, really good AA defense, and even the defensive AA consumable, as well as, again, the same number of torpedoes. So with 6 guns, 8 torpedoes, we have 8 guns, 8 torpedoes, and then we go down to 4 guns and 8 torpedoes. I'm pretty sure it's 8. Yeah, it's 8. So honestly, this might be the weakest matchmaking tier 8 British destroyer, but I mean, she's not all bad. She still can hold her own. She just might be outclassed a bit. But let's see what we have. So we have 15,500 health, 19 millimeters of armor. Obviously, she's a destroyer, so don't expect great things from that. We have 2 main turrets. We have a secondary gun turret. We have 2 torpedo mounts, 4 AA guns. Let's take a look at our guns first. We have the 113s, which is like 4.5 inches. Rate of 16 rounds a minute, 12-second 180-degree turn time. HE max damage is 2050. You can see all the stats here. I have no complaints about the guns. They are pretty decent. I think I have her focus for accuracy. Yep, I do. Considering she only has 4 guns. I have no complaints. However, I will let you know that since she only has bow-mounted guns, your rear arcs from something like this to here, you cannot shoot anywhere behind your ship. So if you see one of these, maybe try and get behind her because there's no way she can actually fire. See here. Gun range is 11.9 kilometers, and your secondary range is 4.5 kilometers, which I may have mentioned this a little bit in one of my earlier videos. The secondary, though it may not seem all that powerful, it's really funny because you can actually nail quite a few of your shots. It has like 90% accuracy, but being such a small gun, it doesn't really do anything. It's just there for fun and laughs. If you can get a secondary kill with this, good for you. I mean, I may try to do that, but that will never be my main focus when playing her. Going back to the guns, I mean, they're pretty decent. Let's see your torpedoes. 8 kilometers, so nothing special there. 56 knots, so pretty slow. 0.6 rounds per minute, yeah. Maximum damage, yeah. Detectability range is pretty decent. British torpedoes have the really good detectability of the torpedoes themselves. Speaking about detectability, fully concealed, this ship has 6.1 kilometer surface detectability, so again, nothing special there. Speed, we have 35 knots, so again, pretty basic. You can see there's nothing that really stands this ship out from anything else. In her AA defense, while it is okay, I mean, you're going up against Lightning, which has 100 DPS. You have Legion, which has an AA defense barrage. So there's nothing that really screams this ship is a lot better than this one or this one. So Yeah, I mean, if you really want her, go for it. But for the amount of work you have to go through for this event to actually earn her, maybe not. I personally did her not only for collector's purposes, but also because Trafalgar has special meaning to me, at least the battle itself. But yeah, so enough blabbering on. Real quick, we do have speed boost, we have smoke screen, the same British smoke screen, so nothing new there, and then the repair. Like I said, I do have her focus for accuracy because you only have 4 guns, more maneuverability, and again, because you only have 4 guns, I want my guns to survive. So main armament survivability there, or whatever it's called, defense module. Alright, so let's toss her into the game and see how we can do. Alright, and here is the game. 1 carrier, 3 battleships, 1 cruiser, and 4 destroyers. So a pretty good mix-up in comparing her to the destroyers. We have the Japanese Kagero, we have the other British Lightning, and we have the American Laffy. So all we're missing is the new Strashimi, really. But that's okay. We have a Hip Air, North Carolina, Gaskogna, Vanguard. Not worried about pretty much any of these. So your guns do fire pretty fast, but I feel like if you actually compare the damage numbers, it may be about equal, because at least with Lightning you're sending out 6 shells per salvo, and those are pretty big guns. And even if Legion has smaller 102mm guns, you're still firing 8. And her rate of fire was increased in a previous update after the video I did on her. So it's even faster than what it was then. And it was still pretty decent. So I also do have health buffs and speed buffs applied. That's why my health and speed are so much greater than what you would, what I just mentioned. And as you can see, she does have the British consumable still with the 5 speed boost and the 5 smoke screens. They don't last that long, but the reload and cooldown on them is pretty short as well, so you can use them quicker than other ships. Alright, so let's see. Gun rotation. Remember, I have her focus for accuracy, not gun rotation. So this is pretty much base. Your rear angle is something like this. So anything between here and something like this, you can't shoot anywhere behind here. So do keep that in mind when you play the ship. It's quite similar to Jutland. So if you already do have her, or plan on getting her, then this should be a good ship to practice on, I guess you could say. I feel like if you're going to get Trafalgar, you should already have Jutland. Alright, so let's see. We are going to turn off our AA for right now. I'm probably going to turn it back on in a moment once I spot a destroyer and start shooting at it. So we have seen a couple battleships and a cruiser. I'm not going to use my speed boost right yet. I do expect a destroyer somewhere over here and over here, I think. Oh, also torpedo angles. The same trashy angles as you find on pretty much all British destroyers. Yeah, so I guess we can start opening it now. Early on. As you can see, with the added accuracy, it is pretty decent, and your shells are quite powerful, considering their small caliber, I would say. So yeah, we already have about half of that ship sunk. Let's just do a couple non-zoomed in attacks. I don't really want to use my torpedoes against her. Let's see, what can we use our torpedoes against? That North Carolina is looking like a pretty decent target. Maybe our secondary will start going off here. Let's see. Nope, there goes our secondary. Can we get a hit? I don't think so. Regardless, this hip is about to go down. Let's actually use a speed boost to get close to this North Carolina here. As you can see, the high explosive, it is pretty decent. And we got ourselves a kill already. Alright, what are you doing? You're breached. Alright, so I should have no problem attacking you. Yep, there's another destroyer over there. It's the Kagero, as I thought there might be. We're not detected right now, which is fine. I am in torpedo range. However, I don't feel confident that I would hit many of my torpedoes. So we may just end up rushing here. We go tangling with these battleships. I'm going to be detected now. And we might as well start firing. I'm not in the best position, honestly. Actually, I kind of want to use my smoke screen to sneak up on her just a little bit more. That way I will be concealed. Remember, if you move at half speed with your smoke screen activated, you will still not be detected. The Vanguard is looking mighty tasty as well, but I only have 8 torpedoes, so I need to make them count. But if I can't see nothing, don't shoot. Okay, so my smoke screen will go down soon, but I'll probably be spotted before that. Okay, good. So North Carolina just fired. So now all I have to really worry about are the secondaries. Which, even though they're 5-inch, they can still do some damage, and they'll probably set me on fire. Alright, so one set. Let's see what we can do. Actually, I might be able to finish off the guns at that point. And though you are healing, those are... There we go. Awesome. Alright, so now we're going to loop around. And maybe go after this Vanguard. I'm kind of separated from the rest of the game right now. If I go after that Kagero, I could probably definitely sink her, but at that point that would all I would do before the game ended. So what I think I want to do is head back down here and tangle with these battleships and destroyers. So I'm not even in range to do anything there. I might be able to get a little damage up. No, yeah, I'm gonna be anyway. And the Gascogna and the Vanguard and my carrier should be able to take care of him. Ooh, but there is a destroyer in there. Awesome, cool. Yep, we're definitely gonna go have to tangle with these guys. Good thing about this ship, I guess you could say, is that you can give a full nose on the profile, which means the hardest profile for the enemy to hit, and you'll still be able to use all of your gun armament since you have all of it in the bow. So let's see what we can do against this full lightning. Remember, this is one of the other British destroyers you can equip. And honestly, she is probably a lot better than Trafalgar, but I would say that Legion is the best. Yeah, I don't know if there's any torpedoes heading my way, so I am going to kind of be maneuvering. There's a limit to how much I can do. Alright, let's see if our secondary can help us again. So the secondary missed that shot. Yep, as predicted. Oh, that's a bit much. And we even have the carrier trying to get some shots on us. Alright, so let's see if we can duke out. Yep, alright, so we're concealed for right now. Though I think those dive bombers are going to come in. There's something about dive bombers that even if you're in smoke sometimes, they'll still drop you. I'm not quite sure how they can even tell where I am, but there you have it. Alright, so we did have to turn back, but we were able to get that Laffy. At least. I think I need to go for the carrier. And I don't really have the health for that now. We are shooting down some aircraft, but not too many. And now we are out of the smoke. Let's keep rolling. Ooh, there's the destroyer right behind us. Nope, that hit. Though we did dodge the torpedoes. Alright, let's see if we can finish off this lightning first. We are doing quite a bit of damage. I'm not giving the best lead right now, unfortunately. But regardless, we are going to be able to take her down as well. Hopefully. There we go. Awesome. Took a little bit. And now we have to go tangle with this carrier. Let's see if we can get a set of fire on her. I need to stay out of secondary range. Even though Lexington isn't necessarily the strongest secondary ship, pretty much anything can do damage to me at this point. I would still like a fire, however. I do enjoy the constant damage, but I do need a fire to keep her from launching aircraft. Which she already has done, but now we have a fire. Alright, so let's see if we can shoot out these torpedo bombers again. There we go. Easy. Or at least easier in this regard. What other person could do? I hope these dive bombs don't sink us. Oh, it looks like they missed. Right, so armor piercing. I mean, high explosive was working fine. But it looks like armor piercing is pretty decent as well. The Lexington is not necessarily a hard target to shoot at. So it looks like we were able to sink the Gascogna. Should only leave the Vanguard and this carrier, which we will be able to take care of quite easily, hopefully. 20 HP left. So there goes the carrier. Does not look like she had another strike up. And compared to our map, we should be able to take out that Vanguard relatively easily with both of our battleships. But, I mean, we'll still head down there just in case. And we still have quite a few of our smoke screens, and we were using our speed boost quite a bit, but we still have one left. But it doesn't matter since the Vanguard went down. Alright, so let's see how we did. 143,000 damage, 4 ships sunk, 211 shell hits, 4 torpedo hits, 5 aircraft shot down, 6 fires, 1 flooding, 1 module destroyed, 5 secondary armament hits for 5,800 base XP. We had 73,000 damage for our main guns, 58,000 was in high explosive, 15,000 was in armor piercing. Fires and floodings did 21,000 damage. Secondary battery did 2,000 damage, so not the best, but you know, it's a perk. And then torpedoes did 46,000 damage ourselves. So, I mean, like I said, she's not the best gunboat. I guess she might have the fastest shell velocity. Let's see, 746. Because those seemed like really fast shells. Oh, no, never mind. Legion alone has 811. So, in a gunfight, she might be at best equal. In torpedoes, she's going to be outclassed by Japanese and American destroyers. In anti-aircraft defense, she's going to be outmatched by her other, I guess you could call them sister matchmaking tier 8 British destroyers. So yeah, there's really no real perk to this ship at all. I mean, there's not anything bad. It's just one of those ships that there's not anything that stands out. She's completely just normal. But yeah, that is the ship that is the final reward. I think maybe it's the second to last. If there's a free XP bonus at the end. But regardless, I think she's the very last reward you can earn for the current event that's going on. When does that end? Does it say? I don't think it says yet. No, so I mean, it'll still go on for a little bit of time. I think it's almost over though. It's been out for at least a month or two. So if you really do want her, then maybe you should start cranking down. But this is the final ship that you have. So there's a gameplay, so you can kind of get a feel for it. And like I said, she's almost identical to Jutland. So if you already have her, then you know what to expect. Just pretend that this gun turret doesn't exist. And you also only have 4 torpedoes instead of 5. But yeah, she's not terrible. So with that, I will wrap up today's video. If you like the video, make sure you like and subscribe. And tomorrow we'll be continuing with our cleanup duty and going over the second set of torpedoes for my least favorite destroyer. So again, thank you for watching and take care.